So the movie starts off with us getting a little backstory about Will's stronghold, the son of the greatest superhero duo that this earth has ever seen. Because the commander has super strength like he's Superman, and bro is also indestructible to fire, so he's basically overpowered. But Jetstream has the power of supersonic flight. She once traveled from this earth to the moon in only 23 minutes. Yeah, I need her. But she also has crazy combat skills like she's Spider-Man. So if any of you villains out there try fighting this duo, just know that you're gonna get folded like an omelet. But Will's parents hide their secret identities by selling real estate in the neighborhood for that good money, because we all know superheroes are broke. Just look at my boy Peter Parker. He can't even afford to pay rent these days.
You'll get your rent when you fix this damn door.
But it's just a regular day at the Stronghold house as we see my boy Will just trying to bench press these weights, getting a little pump before school. And for someone that has Stronghold in their name, you sure aren't very strong.
He can bench press a 2-story house.
Yeah, bro, that is obviously a complete lie, cause lil bro is straight struggling to even lift 50 pounds up. They really be letting anyone become superheroes nowadays. Yes, Hawkeye, I'm tucking in your trash at.
What'd I do?
Go, just go.
What'd I do?
But Will heard his pops coming up to his room, and he immediately started adding extra weights on this bar. Will cannot be out here looking like SpongeBob. He's trying to get like Larry the Lobster, talking about 200. Like, nah, bro, I'm crying. He's really LARPing having these superpowers just for his own dad to say.
Low weights, high rep, huh?
You serious?
But Steve Stronghold starts aura farming in front of his own son, literally flipping this heavy weight like it's a Krabby Patty, saying that he's...
Every kid thinks his dad's invincible.
And Will's dad was not lying when he said he was the world's strongest. He holds the world record for throwing an SUV across 12 football fields. Really had lil bro confused over here, knowing that he's gonna have to save the world one day.
You'll still be around to save the world.
I'm in danger.
Steve then just casually chucks this weight at Will's chest. Really had him holding in that pain, even breaking the bed. But if you guys want guaranteed superpowers, make sure to like and subscribe right now, or else you'll end up like Hawkeye. But we then get introduced to Layla, who's a friend of Will's Stronghold. But in these superhero movies, are they really just a friend?
No.
But while the family is munching on some breakfast, Steve gets an urgent call from the president saying that there's trouble downtown.
Big trouble. Downtown.
Okay.
A few moments later.
The Strongholds then pull up to the crime scene where we see a gigantic 30-feet robot just
Standing there. Menacingly.
Jetstream starts holding the commander like he's a baby. The disrespect is hella crazy. But she then hits 2 clean weaves, circles back around, and then proceeds to launch bro straight into the robot, hitting the Superman pose, literally one-tapping this DJ Khaled-sized monster. And my boy Will was really watching this fight on the news, feeling like a failure, knowing that he's just a straight fraud.
5 minutes later.
So then Will and Layla head out for their first day of high school, hopping onto the school bus as Ron Wilson from Sky High starts absolutely glazing this kid.
Everyone, it's Will Stronghold.
We do not care.
Hey, you two, man, get the hell up for Will's Stronghold. Bro was so famous that even this little kid named Ethan was willing to give up his own seat. That's a real one. But this girl beside him named Magenta was not trying to get up at all. But hey, it could have been worse. At least Will didn't get done like Peter Parker on his first day. Like the way I would have aired out that whole school bus. But then we see this Ed Sheeran ripoff over here take off his glasses like he's really about to rizz up like Tobey Maguire.
Oh boy, yeah.
Just for him to fumble this like all of you guys.
I'm Larry.
But we then meet this sky-high student named Zach, and he starts venting his feelings towards Will, saying how he's a useless bum without any superpowers. And Will really starts giggling, knowing that he's in the exact same boat as his homeboy. But here's where Ron Wilson puts on his sky-high drip that he bought straight off of Temu and tells everyone.
Next up, Sky High.
Okay, let's go.
But we then see these students start getting buckled up in their seatbelts like it's a roller coaster as Ron drives the bus off of this cliff. Really had these students screaming like they were about to die from fall damage. But then Ron transforms this thing into a freaking fighter jet and starts flying towards the clouds like it's an episode of the Magic School Bus. I know y'all remember that show. As we finally get to see Sky High, a school that's literally chilling in the middle of the air. How is this even legal, bro? But then Ron Wilson almost kills these kids trying to land the school bus, and he even gives Will his own business card just in case he needs a free ride.
A few inches later,
as we then see all of the freshmen getting ready for a normal orientation. But ain't nothing normal about Sky High, cause we see this dude using his laser vision to literally harass this poor student. Like, police, help! But she turns into Frozone and freezes these two into an ice cube. But here's where we meet our two super seniors named Speed and Lash, as bro literally starts running laps around these poor freshmen, flexing their superhero powers for absolutely no reason. As Lash starts pressing Ethan for some lunch money. Like, I swear dudes be 20 years old and still in high school, doing anything except graduating on time. But this is where we meet another senior named Gwen, as Layla starts peeping that Will is staring dead into her eyes. Bro really fell in love the second he saw her. Layla, you better watch who you call your homie.
A few minutes later.
But here's where the freshmen get introduced to Principal Powers, as she tells these kids that their superpowers are about to be tested to decide whether you're a main character or a trash can.
I won't let you go.
As Powers then turns into a freaking comet and literally just dips the room. Like, hold on, you're telling me that even the principal has superpowers? This school is fire, bro. But here's where we meet our gym teacher named Coach Boomer, who's a 50-year-old grown-ass man wearing booty shorts. Damn, Daniel, back at it again with the white Vans. Yeah, gym teachers are wild, bro. They be wearing anything. So Unc explains how all of these students will have to show him their superpowers in front of the whole class. Either you're a hero or a sidekick. It's pretty simple. But first up is little Larry stepping up to the stage as bro literally turns into this gigantic buff rock monster. Like, my brother, what type of steroids are you injecting into yourself for you to be looking like a rock type Pokemon? Like, bro really started lifting this heavy card with his bare hands. I was not familiar with your game, Big Larry. You're a hero. So then Zach thinks he's the main character, telling Coach Boomer to not drop his clipboard just for bro to show off absolutely nothing, talking about I'm glowing. Like, I know I'm not blind, but I don't see any type of lights glowing in my face. Zach's only superpower is that he's 6 feet tall. He's just like me for real. Sidekick. Man, get the heck out of my face. But now my boy Ethan is up next, and Unc tells him to shut up and power up.
Right away, sir.
Ethan, I'm gonna be honest when I say this. You are not tough, bro.
Right away, sir.
You suck, jerk. What are you doing?
You really thought turning into a melted orange popsicle was a superpower or something? Can fill up a half-gallon milk jug. Like, are you being serious, bro? Even Green Lantern has more talent than you.
Sidekick.
But then this next dude spits right at the wall, and I thought, man, this is lame. But no, it literally turns into acid. Finally, a good superpower for once. Hero. But then we see this kid transform into Coach Boomer, and now there's two clones of him. But tell me why bro slaps his butt like this is normal behavior. Nah bro, you're Coach Diddy now. We then see Magenta hop onto the stage telling us that she's a shapeshifter. I was expecting something cool, but instead she morphs into a tiny little guinea pig.
A guinea pig?
Yep.
Like, I guess we're just calling anything a superpower nowadays. Just let me put on my bat costume real quick and that'll be enough. Like, Coach Boomer was so disappointed and I can't even blame him for real. Layla then gets asked to show her abilities, but she refuses, saying that she'll only use her powers when the situation demands it, yapping about how the system is flawed and everything. But Coach Boomer was not playing around today.
Soon after.
So then the students get dismissed for their lunch break to eat that nasty school cafeteria food that nobody's trying to have. As we then see this bootleg Jacob Black from Twilight staring the hell out of Will, as we then find out that this kid is actually Warren Peace. His parents used to be superheroes, and apparently Will's dad gave Warren's dad life in prison back in the day.
No chance of parole until after his third life.
That's rough, buddy. So then Will heads over to the bathroom, walking in to see Ethan getting straight bullied, talking about,
Thanks for the swirly.
like, I've never seen someone wanting to get their head dunked in a toilet so badly. Y'all really got some weird ass kinks, bro. And look at these super seniors trying to intimidate Will like they're tough or something. Bro, please fight back.
A few moments later.
But now it's my boy Will Stronghold's turn to show us his superpowers. But he's really whispering in Coach Boomer's ear, telling him that he's a bum like Deku from My Hero Academia. I have no quirks. Come on, Will, you got powers.
You ain't eat a tree from... Did you?
As Unc proceeds to drop this big ass car on top of him, almost killing this little kid. Bro was not built for this, as Will gets flung straight into this wall. Like, imagine getting back pain at the ripe age of 15. Like, is this not some sort of child abuse? As Coach Boomer yells extremely loud in his face, breaking all of the windows around the school. And you know Coach Boomer's yelling is effective when his loudest shout
Can be heard from all the way in Australia.
So my boy Will heads over to the nurse's office to heal from all of that Rakai level brain damage that he just developed. As this granny tells Will that she remembers when his dad kicked her through this wall a few years ago. Abusing the elderly is crazy work, bro. Granny then activates her freaking laser vision superpower, scanning inside of Will's chest for any injuries, telling Lil Bro that he got no sort of dog inside of him. Granny tells Will that if you have two superpowered parents, sometimes that child may never acquire any powers. Like, imagine ending up like my boy Ron Wilson. I would hate my life. So then my boy Will Stronghold comes back home from a terrible first day at school, telling his father, we need to talk, as he almost spills the truth about his superpowers. But then his dad shows him his secret sanctum, a bat cave if you will, telling him that he cannot bring anyone else inside, and that's a promise. As these two come flying down this pole and Steve shows him his basement, and this place looks hella expensive. They really got a pool table and even a showcase of all of the greatest battles that Will's parents fought in. But back in the good old days, there was this one villain named Royal Pain, and when Will's parents defeated her, they obtained a gigantic pacifier that's gotta be worth at least $5.50 Robux. I swear museums be keeping the most random items to themselves, like someone's gonna look at them and be like, wow, a pacifier. So while Will and his dad are just trying to 1v1 in a cool little match of pool, we see someone in the shadows straight stalking them down like a toxic ex, watching your every single move after y'all break up, talking about,
Yeah, bro, I don't care what she's doing right now.
Stop the cap.
So then the next day of school starts off with
All-American boy.
This is trash.
We really got a grown-ass teacher cosplaying as Captain Underpants. The LARPing is crazy, telling us that his name is Mr. Boy. Like, that's genuinely gotta be the worst superhero name I've ever heard. You serve zero purpose. But this classroom is called Hero Support, where these sidekicks learn how to fight along their superheroes by testing their powers and going through trials and tribulations. Because bro, what else would a Batman be without a Robin, Superman without a Crypto, or Rod Wave without a cheeseburger? That's right, nothing.
I call dibs on Zach Tack.
Yeah, don't worry, Zach. Nobody was gonna choose that trash-ass name anyways, little bro.
Bro, like, this is my first. I go by Flight. You call me
Zach Tack.
like.
I'm a grown man and you want me to call you.
Zach Tack.
What's your name, son?
But Mr. Sigma Boy, starts showing off in front of the class, flexing how he worked alongside the commander and Jetstream, as the teacher then notices that Will's last name happens to be Stronghold. Hold on, aren't you Steve Stronghold's son? Yep, that's me. But you're telling me that he never mentioned my name to you?
No.
And Mr. Boy really started feeling heartbroken, like he just got cheated on. Am I really that unimportant to your family, Will? Bro looks like he was about to lay hands on Will. He felt betrayed. This just proves that if you're a sidekick inside of this world, you're just a random background character. But then out of nowhere, the ground starts shaking from Queso doing jumping jacks, as we then finally see Zach unlock his glowing powers, and turns out he was not lying. He can actually glow in the dark. As we then see KSI walk into the classroom telling the students that the ground was shaking from a failed science experiment, and bro's forehead was looking hella smackable. Megamind finally has some competition.
3 days later.
We then see the gang chilling at Will's house doing their superhero homework, whatever that means, as my boy Steve walks in flexing on these kids, saying how he just saved the building from collapsing. It's an honor to meet you, sir. My power is melting.
Is this serious?
I'm Zach. I glow. Magenta. I shapeshift into a guinea pig. And Steve heard this absolute buffoonery and had to take a step back real quick, making himself a mayonnaise sandwich to lower his cortisol levels. But Will finally comes clean and tells the truth. Dad, all of my friends are sidekicks. And bro was so shocked that someone on Will's level could be hanging out with straight bombs. Dad, I'm a sidekick, okay? I failed power placement. And Steve's smile turned upside down. He got straight PTSD from the word sidekick, and got to blaming Coach Boomer, even trying to call the school and breaking the phone.
Whoa, calm down, Jamal. Don't pull out the 9.
But Will tells his dad that he's just a scrub with no sort of powers. I'm proud to be a sidekick. Really had his dad on the brink of tears. This is like your parent catching you vaping, seeing an F on your math test. Steve was really about to sign Will up for adoption, and his mother even suggested dropping him in a tub of toxic waste, as if that's gonna help Will gain superpowers.
You idiot. You're honestly an idiot. I don't know what's wrong with you.
Tomorrow.
So the next day of school starts off with Lash snatching Ron's hat as they both start rage baiting him, because Speed starts running circles around Ron, then Lash just tosses the sky high drip onto the ground. Like me personally, I would not let that slide, Ron. Y'all are getting no more bus rides for the rest of the year. So while Will is heading over to the lunch table, Ethan gets his pudding snatched by Speed, and of course this big back starts munching on it. And Lash, being the master rage baiter that he is, extends his arm, tripping Will in front of the menace himself, Warren Peace. I mean, just look at bro's face. He just awakened an absolute demon, as Will starts apologizing that his dad put his dad in prison for life. But Warren then grabs Will by his t-shirt and says, "Keep my dad's name out your freaking mouth. And Warren literally lights on fire, really had the whole school cafeteria yelling for them to fight, pulling out their phones to record this brawl. As we see Mr. Boy start hitting this Looney Tunes run, calling out for the principal's name, as Buddy then slips onto the floor, losing all of his aura points. How are you a grown man and still this clumsy at your big age, bro? Warren then starts throwing literal fireballs at Will like he's Bowser from Super Mario Bros. Now I understand why he was most likely to become a villain in the school yearbook. This dude is a crayon-eating tweaker. As Warren starts lighting the whole school on fire, completely airballing every shot that he takes with that stormtrooper aim, as Lash then trips Will onto the floor for the second time. These super seniors need to be stopped. We really got Warren transforming into Super Saiyan, hopping on this table and starts spamming a bunch of fireballs, hitting the hell out of that projectile button, while my boy Will is just trying his hardest not to get burnt into a baked potato. Like, bro, this movie is so unserious, because what could the school principal possibly be doing right now? So then the sidekicks try pulling up on Warren, and instead of fighting, you know, they just stand there while Ethan turns into a melted orange liquid like my dog. What the heck did you think that was gonna do? But Will activates the avatar state, lifting up this table with his super strength. And hey, looks like Will finally got his superpowers. I take everything back I said about you, Will. You are not a fraud. Really had the girls in the back impressed at the greatness they were seeing right now, as Will tosses Warren, smacking him against the roof, sending bro crashing into this table. I know Warren got crazy brain damage, as the entire crowd starts switching up quicker than your girl when she sees me. But this demon wasn't giving up just yet, as Will puts up the fist, sending Warren booming through this wall. But Coach Boomer saw this and literally did nothing. Bro said he does not get paid enough to deal with this crap. So then Warren activates his final transformation, rushing towards Will, but Layla tosses him this fire extinguisher as Will puts out the flames once and for all, ending this fight with a massive W. But then Principal Power spawns into the area and she was hella pissed. She was about to expel these two out of Sky High, as she then sends them into the detention room. And the principal starts scolding these kids, talking about, with great power comes great responsibility. That's a bar right there. Nice. But Will, being the nice guy that he is, tries building a truce with Warren, but he's like, nah, if you cross me again, I'll roast you alive. Man, you corny. Warren was trying his absolute hardest to sound like an edgy emo kid, but failed miserably.
Get down, boy. Get down.
Ain't nobody scared of you, lil bro.
Later that same evening.
So then Will comes back home from school, breaking the front door by accident. That's how you know his powers are kicking in. But his mom and dad confront him for getting into a fight at school, as my boy Will then lifts up his own mom, not even caring about the consequences of his actions. Like, how are you gonna get pissed at me for a fight I didn't even start, bro? But Will's dad was so geeked that bro finally got his superpowers, as they take turn breaking each other's backs. Pause. But Steve was so proud of his son.
I'm proud of you, you know that. I hope you do.
If your dad ever says this to you, just know you made it. Even bought my boy Will a brand new Xbox 360, the best gaming console of all time. PS3 users, I hate you.
I hate you. Let's die.
You need to leave.
So the next day of school commences with Will's friend straight glazing bro, like he's the next Captain America, as Mr. Boy tells Will that he's been promoted to the hero class. Bro really obtained new superpowers, 10k followers on the Instagram, and was ready to switch up on his day once, as he says goodbye to his sidekick homies pulling up at KSI's classroom. And congratulations, Will, welcome to the big leagues, as bro has an evil snow bunny straight eyeing him down, but their assignment is to build a freeze gun, and my boy Will has absolutely no clue what he's doing. But Gwen's superpower is being a technopath, meaning that she she can control technology with her own mind like she's WandaVision, as Gwen assembles the ray gun in like 5 seconds. Okay. And the teacher decides to shoot the gun, freezing this student. And the teachers inside of Sky High are actual meatheads, cause he turned him into Avatar Aang for getting a D- on the project. Dying for getting bad grades is crazy work.
Get out of here.
But since my boy Will is failing science class, Gwen offers to give him tutoring lessons after school, and this was Will's first mistake. She's obviously trying to manipulate you, Will. As Will then starts hanging out with the popular kids at lunch, but when the sidekicks try sitting with Will, Penny duplicates herself, and Layla was like, alright bro, we'll just go sit somewhere else. And Will low-key starts feeling bad for making his homeboy sit alone, so he then pulls up on Layla, saying that he'll make up for everything by taking her out for dinner tonight. A Chinese restaurant as well? Hey, you can never go wrong with some dumplings and sushi. Ethan then starts getting shoved in this locker by Speed and Lash, but Will tells them to go pick on a kid your own size. And look at these geeks trying to hide Zach as if we don't see him glowing right now. Man, take him out the locker right now. But they start beefing with one another, almost about to start another fight. But Ethan comes up with a deal. If they beat the bullies in gym class, they don't mess with sidekicks for the rest of the year. But if Ethan loses, then...
If he loses, you can dunk Ethan's head in the toilet every day till graduation. Yeah!
Wait a minute!
Alright, calm down, Zach. He did not say all that. But Ethan somehow accepts the offer, because bro just loves getting his head dunked in the toilet for some reason.
20 minutes later.
So now it's time for a game called Save the Citizen, where one team of heroes are competing against another team of villains, and the entire goal of this class is for the heroes to try and save this mannequin in under 3 minutes. But before this dummy gets crushed by these saw blades. So yeah, it's pretty straightforward.
Remember when we used to use real citizens?
You what?
So the two bullies select Will, Stronghold, and Warren, who happen to be the heroes for this match, meaning that Will's now gotta team up with his greatest arch enemy. As Buddy starts waving at Gwen in the crowd, but Warren tells him to lock in as Coach Boomer starts the game clock.
Let the games begin.
So Speed uses Lash like an Angry Bird slingshot, sending him skedaddling around the arena, moving at the speed of light. Really had Warren and Will twisting their neck like these. As both of them get flipped over onto the ground, y'all gotta lock in, bro. Your girl is watching this. Lash then tries wrapping around Warren, but bro turns into Charizard, burning Lash's arm. Yo, ref, that's gotta be cheating or something.
Ref! Do something!
Will then gets up, only to get speed blitzed not once, but 2 times in a row. This is just embarrassing. Please stay on the floor for me, Will. You are not built for this.
Come on now, dog.
Warren then shoots a fireball just to hit Coach Boomer. Really had the crowd laughing their butts off. Is this not a red card or a violation?
Stop the cap.
But Will then gets spun around like a Beyblade as he then hits a Mario hop, smashing the ground like he's the next earthbender, sending Speed and Lash tumbling into the air as bro breaks his back. But Will's not finished, cause he then grabs Lash and ties his arms up against this pole, so now he's unable to move his body around. Yes sir, that's what you get for tripping him during lunch, you Mr. Fantastic ripoff. Warren then starts chucking fireballs at Speed, but bro was hitting nothing except Casper the Ghost. Where are you aiming at? Yo bro, save the citizen. We only have 40 seconds left.
Tick-tock!
Speed then starts running straight circles around Warren. I never knew it was possible for someone to be this large yet be so fast at the same time. As Warren starts running out of air to breathe because Speed is depleting him of all of his oxygen, as Will now starts panicking because he only got 20 seconds left. But Will then grabs Speed somehow and tosses him at his teammate, eliminating the villains with friendly fire. But Will sees that the citizen is about to get crushed, and now he has to hit a game-winning shot, as he then grabs Warren, tossing him right at the dummy, winning the match at the final second as the heroes finally defeat the villains. As Will's stronghold makes sky-high history, being the only freshman to ever come out on top. And bro was getting straight glazed by the entire school, while his day one homies were getting ignored in the background. Will let the fame get to his head.
2 hours later.
So after school is finished, Will's dad starts congratulating him for beating his parents' high score, as we then see Gwen Grayson just chilling in the house, and this is the first red flag. Because why are you showing up to my house uninvited? Gwen just straight up snuck in and you didn't even question her? But then Will makes this face like, how did I pull the best looking girl in the school? And his parents were surprised as well. Unc looks like he was about to risk it all.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
So while the Stronghold family is having dinner together, Gwen Grayson, being the head of this year's homecoming dance, offers the commander and Jetstream to receive an award for the best superhero duo of the year. But in the meantime, we see that girl Layla just patiently waiting for Will to arrive at the date.
It's been 84 years.
But just like in Spider-Man 2, Gwen Stacy is clearly the better option. Screw Mary Jane.
I can't stand Spider-Man. I can't stand him. I hate him.
As we then see Warren pull up, who actually works at this Chinese restaurant, as he then sits down and starts hitting that light skin stare, making Layla giggle and everything, as she tells Warren that Will already got a new girl replacement, so Warren was ready to shoot his shot. We then see the Stronghold snooping through the school yearbook, and turns out this dude right here was Coach Boomer when he was younger, Tommy Boomowski. What kind of goofy ass name is this? But Steve points out that there was this one girl named Sue Tenney who just randomly disappeared right before graduation, so make sure y'all remember this detail.
Some say she was recruiting villains at the school.
Coincidence? I think not.
So then Will starts walking Gwen Grayson back to her own house, and this is red flag number 2, because why are you asking Will to the homecoming dance when you are a senior and Lil Bro is only a freshman? I always knew there was something fishy about Gwen.
I don't like where this is going.
As we then see her dad open the door, straight mean mugging Will, giving bro only 3 seconds to step off of his lawn before he shoots him with a shotgun. But before Will leaves, he gets a little kiss from Gwen.
Police! Help!
And that boy Will started feeling himself, jumping up in the air and literally breaks apart this light pole. The Avengers can definitely relate with the amount of property damage they cause. But we then see the supervillains scoping out the secret sanctum, and their goal is to steal back this pacifier during the homecoming dance. So things are about to get real spicy.
Tomorrow.
So then Will pulls up on Layla and eats this fortune cookie, as bro finally remembers the promise that he broke. He was supposed to eat at that restaurant with Layla, and now Will is trying to act like he's all sorry. Like, I've seen The Rock with better acting skills than this. You are not fooling anybody, Will, as he tells Layla that he's going to homecoming with Gwen, and you could tell Shorty was heartbroken.
Emotional damage.
So then Layla starts straight up lying to Will's face, saying that she's going to homecoming with Warren, even though he never asked her to go.
Why the f you lying? Stop the cap.
My boy Will really started freaking out, because why would you choose this firebending psychopath out of all people? But hey, I can't even blame her. She's just trying to get her get back, as she then pulls up to Warren's table uninvited, and bro was not trying to go to homecoming with her, as Magenta joins the table as well.
No one sits here but me.
This is the first time in my life that I've been provoked to hit a woman.
And Will peeps that Layla is sitting with Warren, and the funny part is she's just trying to rage bait Will and trying to get a reaction out of him.
You're doing this to get the Stronghold.
Yeah.
and I'm in.
Bro, I have never seen someone so happy to catch their #1 op. Warren has never smiled this hard in his life as he accepts Layla's offer to attend the homecoming dance with her. Layla really sat beside Warren and started calling him a cutie just to make Will jealous of their fake relationship. But then Warren gives her the side eye of doom and tells her, literally burning Layla for even trying to lay hands on him. So while my boy Will is getting science lessons from Gwen, she tells him that she invited over a few people, and by that statement I mean Gwen literally invited the entire school over to Will's house without his permission. Really had everyone straight partying. This dude right here turned into freaking Spider-Man climbing up walls, and Big Larry sit on this couch trying to aura farm in front of the females. Will Stronghold then starts getting pissed at Gwen because why is there 100 random strangers chilling in my house? But Will low-key forgot that he's the most popular kid at school now. As Gwen then takes Will into this empty room asking him to find a spot where they can be lonely at. And this is red flag number 3 because Will takes her into the secret sanctum.
You had one job.
Like the one place he promised his father not to bring anyone else inside, he does. As Will then proceeds to kiss Gwen and he gets hit with the back door of doom because someone comes in from behind snatching the pacifier. Congratulations, Will, you played yourself. Layla then hears music playing from Will's house and decides to just sneak in even though no sidekicks are allowed inside this party. And Gwen gets to straight chirping at her, saying that there's a reason Will chose me over you. It's because I look better. Layla then somehow holds in all of her anger, leaving the house as she tells Will, don't call me, don't come by my house, we're done. So Will realizes that Gwen was playing with him like a fiddle this entire time cause she disrespected Layla, calling her a loser. Like Will should have known not to fall for this bait. Like, are we not forgetting this is the exact same girl who made Scott Pilgrim fight 7 of her evil exes in order to be her boyfriend?
If we're gonna date, you may have to defeat my 7 evil exes. You have 7 evil ex-boyfriends?
Let's get this straight. You do not dump me. Well, I just did. Will's parents then pop out of nowhere telling these kids that the party is over. I want everyone out of my house! As everyone gets to straight skedaddling out of the crib immediately, the commander's aura is actually insane. But Steve asks why he threw a party and Will says, it wasn't me, bro. I got set up by this crazy emo chick. We then see my boy Coach Boomer getting lit at this Chinese restaurant as we then see my man's Will trying to call Layla, apologizing for betraying her, as he then crosses paths with Warren, telling little bro that Layla is actually in love with him and says that he's only going to the homecoming with Layla just to make Will feel jealous of them. But now the real action is finally about to start, so make sure you guys are locked in.
About to go down.
So the homecoming scene starts off with Warren pulling up in a fresh tuxedo looking hella dripped out, as we then see Will chilling at home cause he has nobody to dance with. But this is where Will finally discovers the true identity behind that girl Sue Tenney, as he then peeps that this same girl is actually Gwen Grayson, who used to be in the science club.
Yes, science!
Who's holding the pacifier. And this isn't any coincidence.
I think not.
Because Will peeps that his parents' pacifier is gone, the same one that Gwen just stole without him noticing. And y'all remember the business card that Ron Wilson gave to Will?
It's very cool, Bateman, but that's nothing. Look at this.
Well, he pulls it out and calls the bus driver to give him a free ride to Sky High.
Fortnite.
And this is Will's chance to finally save the world. So while the Commander and Jetstream are about to start the superhero ceremony, we see Gwen Grayson pull up to the stage acting like she's about to give out an award, just for us to get hit with a crazy plot twist.
Planned a special tribute to the most powerful super being ever to walk the halls of Sky High. Me!
Surprise, surprise, who would have guessed? Yes, Gwen Grayson was the evil villain all along. As she then puts on her superhero outfit, and I can't even lie, this Power Rangers outfit was kinda tough. I need Gwen Grayson's stylist immediately. As she then starts channeling all of the electricity like she's Azula from Avatar, as we then see this weird looking sidekick Stitches make his arrival. Like, bro is really a grown ass man dressed up as a whole clown. This is not 2016. You are not tough anymore, bro.
Stop it.
Royal Pain then grabs the pacifier, and I really thought that this gun was gonna obliterate the entire crowd into particles, but instead she turns the commander into a freaking little baby. Like, this has to be the most goofiest movie I've ever watched, as the heroes start trapping these civilians in the room, and they all proceed to get turned into little babies as Coach Boomer tells the gang to find an escape exit. As the entire crew then start crawling through this tunnel like it's a game of Among Us, as Will finally reunites with the entire crew, telling him that in order to defeat Royal Pain, they have to team up together. Sidekicks assemble, as my boy Will finally gets to kiss Layla and pulls the girl of his dreams.
Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for.
Yes, sir, Will. That's what we like to see, boy. But then out of nowhere, we see Penny, Speed, and Lash pull up on them, ruining all of their fun. As Warren says, man, let me handle this real quick.
Take care of Gwen. We'll handle these clowns.
So the final fight begins, with Speed running from the fight cause he was not trying to fight this demon Warren, and I can't even blame him. I would run too. As Penny then activates her shadow clones, and my boy Ethan just stands there like the useless sidekick that he is, only to get grabbed by Lash. And here's where Ethan finally gets his get back, as Lash starts playing hide and seek with Ethan just for bro to appear right behind him and then dunks his head into the toilet. Like, okay, Ethan, that's what I'm talking about. Lash finally got a taste of his own medicine. How does that duty booty taste like? We then see all of the Sky High students being kidnapped onto the school bus. Like, what the hell could these two plan on doing with a bunch of little babies? I honestly don't know what to tell y'all. As Gwen starts holding baby Commander in her arms, and she starts yapping about why she became evil, going off on her little villain monologue. Ever since you and your wife defeated me, I wanted to get my revenge. Rule the world. Mwahaha.
Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up!
As we then see my man's Will pull up to save his family, and he was not screwing around, telling Gwen, now put my dad down. Really had little Commander straight giggling, but here's where Gwen reveals her true identity.
When the pacifier exploded, I wasn't destroyed. I was merely turned into a baby.
But this isn't even the craziest part, as Gwen says that this clown on her right was actually the same adoptive father who raised Gwen, aka Sue Tenney. As we then get the real plot twist.
Royal Pain wasn't my mother. Royal Pain is me!
Will quickly realizes that he really fell in love with an elderly woman and kissed someone that was triple his own age.
I made out with an old lady.
Sorry.
Yeah, Gwen needs to go immediately. Messing with a high school student just to get revenge on his parents is a different type of sickness. As Gwen puts on her Iron Man mask, using her boosters to grab Will and starts crashing bro into like 10 straight walls like it's a WWE wrestling match. As we then see Speed start rage baiting Warren, running circles around him.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
But as Speed is running, Ethan turns into some liquid and bro starts slipping and falling as Warren throws a fireball, finally taking Speed out of commission. Like, hold on, wait a minute.
Something ain't right. right.
Why is Popsicle Boy kind of cooking right now? I owe you an apology. Will then tosses Gwen onto this table, grabbing her leg, slamming the heck out of her, and then rams her onto the floor. But Will said, I'm not finished. As bro chucks her so high into the air, making Gwen take fall damage, as Will then rushes in, hitting the classic run and scream villain special, only to get straight slapped away like a pile of garbage. But then Will gets back up, and he should have just pretended to be dead, cause he gets manhandled like his name is Mark Grayson. You are not. But we then switch over to see Penny punching Layla in the face, and this is why you should never mess around unless you wanna find out.
See, as you can see, the more you f*** around, the more you're gonna find out.
Cause for the first time in this movie, Layla uses her superpowers, trapping all of Penny's clones using the poison ivy special, had Penny dangling in the air screaming for help. And Layla is actually overpowered. She really could have been a hero if we're being honest.
But I thought you were a sidekick. I am a sidekick.
Penny then tells her that the whole school is about to nosedive straight into the ground in less than 10 minutes. As Layla then starts planning with the sidekicks of a way to sneak into the anti-gravity room and save the school.
You'd have to be like a rat to fit in there.
Say that again?
As Magenta starts shape-shifting through the pipes, but while this is happening, Gwen tosses Will onto the ground. Losing to a 50-year-old elderly woman is crazy. Lock in, Will. As he proceeds to kick Gwen straight through the disco ball, but she then falls onto the floor, and right as Will is about to land the finishing blow, his homies walk into the gym. And this gives Gwen the chance to charge up her special move, punching the hell out of Will, making him smash straight out of sky high. As Will starts falling straight to his demise, really had me thinking he was gonna go out like Gamora, but that's until Will somehow gains the ability to fly like his own mother, and this even had Royal Pain confused.
You're flying!
Like she definitely knew she was cooked, as Will flies in, hitting his dad's favorite move, lifting Gwen into the air.
I don't want to play with you anymore.
And just rams her straight into the floor, as Will then punches the mask off of her face, finally ending the fight. This clown then tries abducting the kids in the school bus, but Ron Wilson was not gonna let that slide.
Not on my watch!
Kicking this weirdo out of the bus had Buddy laid out like he was playing a game of Twister.
And I'm Ron Wilson, bus driver.
Meanwhile,
we then see that the school is flying out of the sky at rapid speeds as everyone starts fighting for their lives, but Will decides to fly out of the school and bro starts holding up sky high like he's Iron Man, as Magenta then starts chewing on this wire, but we then see this poor couple about to buy this brand new house, only to see a massive school about to crush them like a tiny little ant, as Magenta finally breaks the wire in half, making Will look like he's the one doing all of the heavy lifting. You are not Superman, little bro. So then Will finally reunites with his parents and they start congratulating him for saving the world alongside everyone inside of Sky High. As the commander hands over the award to the heroes, they're not sidekicks anymore, they're officially the best superheroes of the year. As we get our typical happy Disney ending with Jetstream giving my man's Mr. Boy a kiss on the cheek, and you know he was hella geeked. But then we see Principal Powers give Gwen and her goons detention, and they better stay in that room until the day they die, cause the amount of crimes they committed should not be forgotten.
I went through puberty twice for this.
So then Megamind the scientist finally depacifies all of the babies that were mutated, and everyone is finally back to their normal bodies.
But hey, That's high school.
But hey, if y'all want to see more superhero movies, please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and y'all better recommend me more movies like this. But I'm out, man. Peace.